Whisper Wednesday. So I'd just like to say hello to everyone, and also a big thank you to Cheryl for your PayPal gift. Now, what is Whisper Wednesday? What is it, eh? What is it? It's just the same. It's just the same as any other one, but I just whisper. That's all. Although what I'm thinking of doing is I'm going to look through the Daily Star. Now, Vinny's just woken up. I thought I'd do this while he's asleep. Although I have started this quite late, but I just heard him flip his ears. You know when he does that, then his head to his ears flip. Yeah, I just heard him jump off the bed. I tell you, it's weird. I used to hear Andre when he jumped off the bed as well, and it sounded the same. Vinny's probably, 20 times bigger than Andre. So Vinny's just walked in. He's looked at me, and now he's just sitting right next to my leg. He hasn't said anything yet. He seems quite calm. I mean, the time is... it's 9:09 in the morning, and today is Wednesday the 12th of November. So it seems to me that the Daily Star is very much promoting the beginning of "I'm a jungle, get me out of here" thing. But I don't think it's even started yet, has it? I don't think it has. I looked at the TV guide and it doesn't seem to be on yet, but they're definitely promoting it. Apparently, okay, no. Wow, he's promoting it. Oh, I got it wrong. Kaya or Kaya, Kaia, which is all dressed up, and they're promoting her. She's a model, 24, and she's relaxing in a pair of jeans. They don't look like jeans. And a Versace. I don't know. Anyway, she's the daughter of Cindy Crawford. Is it Cindy Crawford and Richard Gere? Is it? Did they have a baby together? Are they still married? I don't know. I don't believe in the rodent story. Anyway, what's it anyone's business? It's not, is it? Oh, look at this. American model, actress and singer Paris Jackson has revealed she has her birth-related symptom because of drug use. The 27-year-old, who is a daughter of Michael Jackson. I have a really loud whistle you can hear when I breathe through my nose. Okay, the thing is, right, in the same way as Elvis Presley's daughter, they're born into an impossible situation. Do you imagine being is still remembered. Michael Jackson. You know, it's like, and to be the child, knowing that you can never live up to that person, and all you've ever heard in your life is how wonderful that person is, and then when you get old enough, you start reading about them and reading about all these stories about your dad or your mum, depending, but in this case, fathers. Millie Bobby Brown's. Okay, don't know who that is. So that was page 3. So in the past, the star would have a topless model. So they make up for that because they're not allowed to do that anymore. I don't think, or maybe they just choose not to. Now they have pictures of young women with clothes on. And they need to give you a warning of what's around the corner though. So I'm looking at this, then I turn over, and there's a picture of Jilly Cooper. It just made me jump. Sorry. And there's a picture of Princess Kate. And unnecessarily close up as well. That's really close. That camera's almost up her nose. This is all about some celebration day. Apparently Meghan Markle, she joked that she was a bit rusty. That's okay. I mean, I thought she liked rust. That's why she's with Harry. A 44-year-old quit US drama Suits 8 years ago before downgraded and marrying Prince Harry. She was, obviously I'm adding my own stuff here. She's got back into acting. Maybe that's, I've only watched a little bit of Suits, and I don't know how big a part she was to the show. I've not really watched it. Oh, there's another picture of there's a picture of Camilla. I'll tell you what they should do, right? Just to annoy the public. If anything happens to the king, they should just keep Camilla on as queen for the rest of her life, and make William have to wait. That'd be funny. A Pom's Guide to Speaking Like Aussies. According to this, all eyes are on Australia this month as I'm a Celebrity heads back to our TV screens. I don't read a lot of newspapers generally, but I can't remember a TV show having this much coverage before it's even on. As if it's got a picture of the people in it. Oh no, this is an old picture. It's got the Emmerdale grower. So I don't need to know the Australian lingo. They're going to be in a jungle in Australia, but just with themselves. They're not going to be around Australians. Oh dear. Star Former EastEnders star Maisie Smith goes hell for leather as she attends the after party for a new show, The Talented Mr. Ripley. There's an advert. The actress 24 who played Tiffany Butcher on and off the soap from 2008 to 2022. See, she lives in this town, or she used to. I used to see her on the bus and in town, because she just looked, she's basically long with red hair, ginger hair, and she was a little kid. And at the time, 2008, I was watching EastEnders, and she was probably about 6 or 7 or 8 or something then. Yeah, it makes sense, she was about 8. And it's weird seeing her on the bus with her mum or dad or whoever. So yeah, she actually lived local to here. And I saw her mum, well, her on-screen mum, Bianca, in Stratford, in a baker's on the corner, just round the corner from where I lived. It was opposite a thatched house. I think there was a phone store opposite as well. That's when mobile phones were kind of new, and you know, you could there was mobile phone stores everywhere. Yeah, I bought a cheese and tomato roll, a sausage roll, and possibly a bag of chips, a cake with icing and a cherry, and maybe a can of Coke. Or I might just had a cup of tea with it. This was Saturday, early afternoon, maybe 3 o'clock. Comedian Eddie Caddy is already missing his 8-year-old daughter, so he's preparing for the jungle as well. I've never heard of Eddie Caddy. The Star 42 landed in Brisbane Airport ahead of the I'm a Celebrity opener on Sunday. Model Kelly Brook also pretended she wasn't taking part in the show when she arrives in Oz. She joked, "I haven't seen my Auntie Sheila for a long time, so I can't wait to see her. I'm so excited. You're so excited for me." Now, Kelly Brook is selling the show. A lot of people are going to watch it because she's on there. That's all I'm going to say. Is once Sunday comes, and for the next however many weeks she's on there, I'm guessing she's going to get the most coverage photographically. The thing is, with the jungle, the let me out of here thing, the two things I don't like about it are the two things that people seem to like most. Is eating of the animals, don't like that, and the tasks, don't like the tasks either. And that's the two biggest sellers for people. I think the tasks more than anything. I don't like it. Don't like watching it. But I do like the arguments. I do like seeing people. It's just on a psychological perspective, seeing people arguing and about nothing, and yeah, it's kind of funny. Wow, just reading this other thing. That's just having a look. Letters 2.0 Rachel Reeves. Why are they calling her a Letters? That's rude. Red Panda Neela is up for love at her now home Hertfordshire Zoo. She came from Slovakia under a breeding scheme for the at-risk species, and staff are excited to see her bond with new boyfriend Ash. Well, she didn't really have a choice, did she? Imagine being forced, kind of like, oh, this is your new boyfriend, that's it, or this is your new, not having a choice in it. Like, oh, this is now the person you're going to spend the rest of your life with, and no choice. Humans would never do that, would they? Screaming at seagulls will stop this. So bird boffins apparently say that if you scream at seagulls, they'll stop dive bombing and stealing your fish and chips. I've never had a seagull. Oh, Vinny's now decided to make himself known. He's now decided to I know he's staring at me. I'm not looking down, but I know if I do, that will I just look down, he's not there. Wonder where he is. I can hear him. If I just ignore him, he might go back into bed. Go to sleep for a little while. I mean, it is kind of time for us to go for a WALK. He's stretching now, which means he's definitely awake. He does that when he's ready to go out. If I give him any attention, that will be it. He'll be jumping up at me and he won't leave me alone. So I look at what it says in here. The Daily Star. A right pair of prima donnas. He's worked with Beyonce and Miley Cyrus, but hitmaker Toby Cat says Madonna and Paloma Faith were the biggest divas. I think Madonna's got a right to be a diva. I mean, she had such an impact on the music industry. Can you imagine without her? The music would be so different. Maybe better, I don't know, but I tell you, it's weird. Oh God, I just looked at Vinny in the eyes. I made a mistake. Now we've got planes going over. I'd say it's weird because we had that ostrich day or whatever it was on Sunday, another war celebration thing. Normally we have military planes go past here on the way to London. We didn't have that this year. We didn't have that on Sunday because there's quite a few of those days, including the Queen's birthday and Remembrance Day. There's just quite a few. Trafalgar Day was a day where that's like a Navy day, and I used to go up to London, Trafalgar Square, I think, dressed in me Secret Agent costume, playlist that I put together on my Apple Podcasts, or no, my Apple Music. It's just a playlist, and I've saved it as Jason's Best. They're like my favourite songs. There's so many to add. The thing is, whenever I play shuffle, it still seems to play the same ones. I want to listen to some of the other stuff. I don't know why. Why does it do that? Mix it up a bit, baby. Oh, streets have no names. This is page 14. Many Brits don't know the names of their neighbours, with 69% preferring to be civil rather than close. And although previous chats have been had about family, jobs and schools, 21% can't remember them. Johnny Caddick, boss of rental brand Moda, which set up the poll, said community can impact how happy people feel, yet many don't even know their neighbours' names. Rental brand Moda. Let's have a look what this one is. Moda living, apartments and flats to rental. Okay, so they rent. No, Moda Group. Moda Rentals. Short-term serviced accommodation. This is weird. So you got Moda Living, then you got Moda Group, Casa by Moda, Moda Rentals. Unless it's all one thing, might be just one thing. I'll just click on the adverts, just click on the link on Google, see what it says. We are Moda, offer highly serviced, highly amenitized rental living homes in prime city central neighbourhoods, focused on optimising resident lifestyles in the UK's most exciting places to live. Exciting. Working with a range of institutional investors. I mean, institution is like, that's like a health facility, isn't it? Okay, Moda is currently operational in 7 cities across the UK. Well, it's got nothing about the oh, let's see if it's got the team. The team, let's have a look at the team. Our team. Johnny Caddick, is that the bloke that I just spoke about? Johnny Caddick, yeah, it's him. They set up a poll. So it's an advert. I thought it really, I can't believe them when they do that. Yeah, it's got nothing about the poll on their website. Apparently, Vlad, the Prime President of Russia, is setting up a marriage agency to find wives for his soldiers. Well, good on him. Deals of the week, look. This is with wow. I'll be honest with you, I didn't even know it was Iceland. There's a little truck, tiny with red truck with Iceland.co.uk, but the rest of his pictures of. Oh, there is another Iceland. You'd think they'd put the word Iceland a bit more. I didn't know where it was for to start with. So you've got Quality Street and celebrations at £5 each, and then £5.50 for Heroes. That'll be £7 or £8 in a couple of weeks. Seriously, they put them up near Christmas. A festive twist on your on your takeout favourites. Okay. I haven't been to Iceland in ages. The private investigator apparently confession prompted Prince Harry and others to sue the publisher of the Daily Mail. Oh God, that's boring. Or it says, Kate's great night. Kate Garraway was back on the winning side as she attended ITV's annual gala Palooza. Why are you telling me this? Why? Palea, okay. For PT's sake, Olympic Adam PT's aunt has waded into the family feud and insisted his fiancée, Holly Ramsey. I don't know who these people are. I don't know who Adam Beatty is. I don't know who Holly Ramsey is. Holly is Gordon Ramsay's daughter. Okay, that seems very confusing. War advert for Christmas in Prague. Departs the 22nd of December. Join us on a magical festive break to Prague, where you can relax and enjoy the Christmas celebrations in the company of like-minded people in a warm and friendly atmosphere. This is a special time of year to visit the Czech Republic, beautiful capital city, with Christmas trees adorning the historic squares. What about the triangles and the circles, and twinkling lights bringing picturesque buildings to life, from a memorable dinner cruise to guided tours of Prague and its spectacular castle. There is plenty to look forward to. How much does it cost? It doesn't say. Does not say. No single supplement. Oh, it does say 8 days. It's a massive writing as well. 8 days. It is 1,349 per person. No single supplement. So if I had £1,349, I could go on this cruise and not have to pay more, because I'm going on my own. The question is, would they then put someone else in my cabin? Because then it turned from being a cruise to a prison sentence. Imagine sleeping in a cabin with a complete stranger. There's only two places that happens: prison, and if you work at a holiday camp. In my experience, I've only done the holiday camp. Or, oh no, a hostel. You can, they have hostels, don't they, where people stay in rooms with like bunches of people. I could never do that. it looks lovely. For years and years and years, I've thought about, I don't mean continuously, but occasionally, I thought about how good it'd be to spend Christmas in a snowy environment, like scenically a Christmas scene. How lovely that would be, because I've never done it. And maybe one day I will. Marla short shrift. So Joe Marler reckons he spent half his fee on clothes as producers would not let him wear shorts. So he was in Celebrity Traitors. He received $30,000 for the series. Okay. I mean, 30,000. I suppose £15,000. First of all, 30,000 isn't a lot to be on a TV show, is it? I had to. Yeah. Why would they tell him he's an ex-rugby player if he turns up with shorts on? Are they going to tell him off? They made him wear trousers. How dare they? Okay, let's see what else is on. What's this advert? Free bingo for 2. Play bingo for free. Buzz bingo. Oh, okay. No, it's okay, thanks. Just having a look what else. Christmas shoppers are being warned to watch out. Okay, well, I missed that one out. 8 out of 10 British drivers ignore 20 miles per hour speed limits, according to shock new reports. Ask any pedestrian. There's not one pedestrian would be surprised at that. And if they're honest, probably no driver would be surprised at that either. I'd be surprised if people that the speeders on the road was at least 95% of drivers' speed at some point. Now, it's different if I remember visiting my friend in Nottingham and they kept changing the roads, like the speeds on the roads, as he kept getting these tickets, and it was just ridiculous. They kept, like, one was 20, then one was 30, one was 40, but they'd change it depending upon, I don't know, the weather or whatever. That's as much as I can remember about that story. Iconic garments from the Wizard of Oz are to go under the hammer. Why not just say up for auction? They include a black flying hat worn by the Wicked Witch of the West. Ah, I'd like that. Among the other items is a rehearsal ruby slipper worn by Judy Garland, plus one of her blouses and a gingham dress used for touring. A copy of the Wizard of Oz book signed by Garland and major cast, has a starting price of 190,000. They will be sold in Dallas next month. I'd quite like the witch's hat. Football. Okay, this is interesting. Football fans' brain activity goes to extremes while watching a match, reveals new research. The findings published in the journal Radiology may explain why otherwise rational people suddenly flip at football matches, say scientists. Researchers in Chile or Chile found that certain regions of the brain were activated in fans while watching the dead team play, triggering extreme positive and negative emotions. These patterns could apply to other types of fandom. Boffin studied the brain of 60 male footy fans aged 20 to 45 of two historic rivals. Professor Francisco Zamorano of Universidad San Sebastian in that's just too many words. He said rivalry rapidly reconfigures the brain's value, action, control, balance within seconds. With significant victory, the reward circuitry in the brain is amplified relative to non-rival wins. So I'm getting from that when you have an extreme rivalry with someone. So I'm getting from that when you have an extreme rivalry with someone, not only is it unhealthy brain-wise, it gives you extreme more pleasure than it should when you beat them. But also you get pleasure when they suffer. It doesn't sound very healthy to me. I mean, I watch boxing and I love it when the person I'm backing knocks out the person, not their opponent. But I never want the opponent to get hurt. I don't have that kind of rivalry of wanting, even if I don't like the boxer, I'm not happy that they're being hurt. I'm just happy that my boxer, the one that I like, has won. I mean, at the moment, probably the boxer I'm following most and kind of gets me on my feet a little bit is Fabio Wardley. So he's a heavyweight and the last two fights, he probably was behind on the scorecards. Definitely the one before, and he ended up finishing it. So he managed to win. He's unbeaten. So watching him is exciting but frustrating because it's really hard to know how it's going to go. Because he's doesn't have the boxing skill or experience of pretty much everyone that he faces. But he has the fighting will and the toughness and to win. So, plus he's a local lad. He lives near where I live. Well, about 26 miles away. But he lives close to where I used to live. In fact, he lives in the same town. Because I used to live in Ipswich and he lives in Ipswich. So he, kind of... I still kind of think of it as my second, maybe not, kind of one of my homes. Ipswich and Suffolk, Essex, because I've lived in Colchester and Southend, and in London. They're my three kind of places that I've spent a lot of time. Because in Suffolk I spent from the age of 7 to the age of 19. So was that 12 years? And then I moved to London, then I moved back. So 12 years, and I spent 2001 to 2007. So it's another 6 years. So that's 18 years living in Suffolk. I lived in London from 1991 to 2001. Plus I lived there before, so I did about 11 years in London. And then I've lived in Essex. So I did a couple of years in Southend, and I've been here since, not in this flat, but I moved to Essex when I started university in 2007. So that's 18 years. So 20 years in Essex, 11 years. Oh, also I was born in London, so I had another 2 years on there. So 13 years in London, 18 years in 20 years in Essex, and 18 years in Suffolk. Does that make my age? 18, 20, 38, 48, 49, 50, 51. I did also, I missed a few. I did live in Newcastle as well, so that wouldn't, lived in Newcastle. So that's another 3 years added on, so 55. So I kind of class Suffolk as being part of my home, but also Essex now, because I've been here for so long, and London as well. And Newcastle is such a long time ago. I've never returned back there since I left at age, I don't know, 5. Probably about 5 years old. I left Newcastle about 5, maybe between 5 and 6, and moved to Southend. I don't have the exact dates or times, the time span, because, at the age of 6, a year is a long time. Apparently, according to this, it seems that bumblebees, I don't need to call them bees, bumblebees, is there a difference between bees and bumblebees? Or is it just bumblebees, because they think that we're all like 3 years old? Bumblebees. And apparently they've learnt to read simple Morse code. Okay, who's been teaching them? Who's been teaching them? Stand up. A new study has shown that an insect can decide where to forage for food based on different durations of visual cues. In Morse code, a short duration flash or dot denotes a letter E, and I'm bored of this already. They're just making it up, I think. Oh, look at this, the Money Saving Club. We want to keep up with the latest money saving tips and tricks. Join the Money Saving Club. So I don't know what that is. I guess it's a club for saving money. Phantom of the Opera. Okay. Snow-filled Christmas garland. Create a traditional festive atmosphere with this 270 centimetre garland. I have no idea what a garland is. Oh, it's like a... Oh, got ya. It's decorations to put onto the... Why is... I keep hearing clicking, I don't know where it's from. Oh, I think it's just a fly trying to get in or trying to get out. You're not celebs, so get out of here. Oh, this is letters. Yes, readers' letters. Not readers' wives, but readers' letters. You're not celebs, get out of it. So this is from Dennis Fitzgerald. I'm sure I just recently commented on the celebrities that were on the Traitors show as being either almost unknown, unlikable, harmless, or Stephen Fry. But now in the case of I'm a celebrity, get me out of here, can you use the same email and change Stephen Fry to Ruby Wax? I must have a different dictionary in terms of a definition of celebrity. By the way, don't send them to Australia, we don't want them. I'm guessing Dennis Fitzgerald is from Australia. And then other people saying, great line-up for celeb, can't wait for Sunday. Martin Kemp is my dark horse. Martin Kemp is famous. Martin Kemp was in Spandau Ballet. He was the super good looking one. And also he was in EastEnders. So he's famous in this country. And his son's famous radio DJ and celebrity as well. Carol Samuel says, I didn't think much of Alan Carr anyway. I don't get why they didn't see what he was up to from the start with his fake crying. Cat should have won. I don't know what she's talking about. David Attenborough is another oldie that needs to be put out to pasture. Wow! I mean, just how many ways can he possibly find to lecture us on climate change? This is a riddle, or retell. Angela Rippon's C5 is featured in a programme about River Cruise 40 years after the Christmas surprise song and dance routine with Morecambe and Wise. She subverted her public image from a straight-laced newsreader on the show in an uneconomic report, saying there may be trouble ahead, but while there is music, moonlight and love. I don't know what he's going to... Brian, stop drinking, I would say. Oh no, we need to change the laws of the game. because LFC had a car, a VAR, it's about football. Or as they say, send us photos of anything you like. It can be with a top celeb, some funny looking food, a fantastic view, or maybe your artistic side is coming out. No. Don't let. Okay, let's have a look. Okay. Right, I'm just gonna not bother with this, it's just silly. Wow, some of the stuff people post on here. Oh, it's just all the TV shows now. Okay, just TV listings for the day. Oh, my stars. Let's go for all of them. Aries. Even if you try to ignore some problems, they aren't going to go away. You need to deal with matters you have been avoiding. It will be surprising how much relief you feel once you face up to these and others are aware of your concerns. Taurus. You admire a friend or colleague's determination, but are they too ambitious? Ideas they are proposing have nothing to do with tasks in hand. Their thoughts seem scattered, and this only confuses others. Discourage them from acting rashly. Gemini. A friend or relative's gratitude for the time, effort, and encouragement you have been given them will make you glad you've been of help. Someone has been thinking about making some changes, and your enthusiasm has inspired them to act on these ideas. Cancer. If you've been making personal sacrifices for your job, or have gone beyond what is expected of you, and this is one when your hard work starts to yield results. A senior colleague will praise you for your efforts. You should be very proud of yourself. Now, Leo, an ongoing issue could have multiple solutions. Look at these and decide which one is likely to bring about the outcome you desire. Discussing this with others will only lead to confusion. This is something you have to decide on yourself, for yourself. Virgo. You have a strong ambition to achieve new goals, and if necessary, you will do this without the help of family and friends. You won't refuse support, but if no one is interested in your plans, you will contentedly get on with it on your own. That's me, that is. Libra. What you would really like to do is settle an issue that has been causing tension between you and your partner. You want to make things work between you, even though your thoughts keep drifting to a previous relationship. You can't keep comparing with them now. Scorpio. A tendency for someone to exaggerate their successes could stem from insecurities. They hide this well, but you are starting to realize they aren't as confident as they appear. Point out their talents and tell them there's no need to be this way. Stop lying, I think is what they're saying. Sagittarius. You feel as sociable as normal, but there are people expecting you to spend some time with them. A quiet friend would appreciate your company and advice. Even someone as restless as you can value quality moments shared together. Capricorn, someone who usually insists on doing everything themselves, has become very demanding. This change could cause a strain. You can't seem to do anything without them asking what you're doing. You yearn for some personal space. Aquarius, you shine when it comes to taking the lead, showing initiative and using your imagination. Friends respect you for being so approachable. The time you and a partner spend together has never felt more pleasant. There's something special in store this evening. Oh, make sure you have a wash. Pisces, you don't have a lot of patience with someone who has been difficult and moody of late. You've done everything you can think of, so encourage them to show more enthusiasm for joint activities. That's all them. Oh, look at this. Yimbly.com. They got sofas, manual, recliner sofa. They look nice. Wonder how much they cost. A lot, I'm guessing. Or £576. That's not too bad. Not for it's a double sofa. The thing is, I kind of just want one chair, but it's not really enough. I think I'd miss having the two, because I'm used to having two together now, like the sofa. But it would be nice just to have one chair on its own. But I think Vinny would miss, because he'd still want to climb up. I'm not sure. Right, there's no... I wonder if they're going to advertise the boxing Eubank Jr. and Conor Ben fight. Yeah, they are. Here we go. Okay, what's it? What they call it? The con is on. The con is on. What do they mean by that? Oh, con as in Conor. Ben desperate to give boxing fans something special to remember. It's a bit rude for them to say the con is on though. Conor Ben admits he risks being remembered as a loser. Ben will attempt to revenge his only career defeat on Saturday when he renews his rivalry with Chris Eubank Jr. He was outpointed in their first graded match in April as the sons of famous fathers appeared to settle this 35-year-old family feud. The thing is, Chris Eubank and Nigel Benn have actually gone on tour together in previous years, so that family feud isn't there anymore. At least it wasn't. They just they're getting paid a lot of money. I think that's really all it is. The thing is, Chris Eubank Jr. a few years ago was phenomenal. He was a wrecking machine, literally a wrecking machine. And then, I don't know, I'm not quite sure what happened. He had his first loss against Saunders, and then he fought again, and he had his first chance at a world championship at title, and he lost. And in both of those fights, he started off very slowly and didn't start doing anything till near the end of the fight. He just fought differently. Is that the only two fights he's lost? No, God, Liam Smith knocked him out. Then he got his revenge. You know, I can't even really predict who's going to win, but I think Chris Eubank Jr. has got I would say he's got the better boxing brain. But it's going to be a good one. I watched it on Saturday night. I'm looking forward to it. Apparently, they were talking about Conor Benn going into the jungle for I'm a Celebrity. I very much doubt that he's going to be able to do anything like that after the fight on Saturday night. I don't think you're going to just jump onto a plane, right, let's go on holiday and get paid another 500 grand. Right, that's it. Well, we got AJ Adudu. Spot the 6 differences. Unfortunately, I can't do it because it's stuck in between 2 pages. So I'll start up, try and have a look. Right. So in the second one, she's got a ring. In the second one, she's got a puppy. In the second one, she's got bum, 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 bum. Oh, she's got a ring. So in the second one, she hasn't got a ring on her other finger, so that's 3. She's got an extra mole on her chest in the first one. Oh no, it's just a bit of dirt on the screen, sorry. Just a bit of dust. I got 3. I'm just trying to think. What about the background? No, it must be just her. Okay, it's a background as well. So in the background, there's a bit under her right armpit. In the first picture, that's not in the second picture, so that's 4. Okay, I'll do the full length. Okay, there's a shoe you can't see in the second one, so that's 5. And looks to me that's 5. There's actually 2 feet I can see, so that's 6. So I found it. 6 different things. Yay! Spot the difference, I've won. Gotta wait till next week. It's really weird, there's a picture here. It's obviously the bloke that played Elvis. But I can just see that just without adding his face. Dear oh dear. So that is everything. I'm going to go because Vinny's now started barking. Well, he just barked just then. Of course, I'm not going to include it in the recording because that might be a little bit jarring. So I'm going to take him out for a walk. So thank you for listening. Remember to be kind to yourself because you do deserve to be happy. And be gentle with yourself. You deserve to feel safe. Lots of love.